This life has been long overdue. You guys have been wanting to do this life for the longest time, but I've always postponed because of work. My schedules have been tight and everything, but thank God we are here. We are just going to do this one very, very quick because right now my son is sleeping, and if he gets up, then we are done. Okay, so in this life, I'm going to be telling you guys why you need to move to Ghana and some of the things that you should know if you're interested also to move into Ghana. So, first of all, let me know where you are watching this live from in the comment section so that I can give you a hug. Okay, because you are the reason why I'm here. So, yeah, we have to do this together. I'm trying to adjust this camera so that it helps us work better. So yeah, quickly, there are some reasons why most people are moving to Ghana at the moment, and in fact, a lot of people are moving to Ghana at the moment, and there are a lot of reasons why people move to Ghana recently. First of all, Ghana right now is one of the safest African country. If you check their security, stability, and everything is really, really ranking up. And right now in the world, everywhere, people are looking for safe haven to actually be, right? People are looking for places that are safe to actually be in. And it is not going to be like a surprise if people are actually moving to Ghana because Ghana actually is one of the safest or one of the safe country right now in Africa, and that is the reason why people are moving. And also there are a lot of incentives, there are a lot of programs that the Ghana government is also putting together to enable people to move, to the country. And of course, it is not because, they just, like, want people to come, right? Of course, they also have one or two benefits that is also making them to, want people to come, which is also economic benefit, right? Or which boils down to economic benefits. But then again, it's not just for the Ghana government, right? It's an economic benefit for both parties, you that is moving and also for the Ghana government, because of course, if you go to Ghana or you move to Ghana and you are into your business, you are doing one or two things, trying to make money and everything, you are going to make money. Like the first reason I said, there is security, and people will definitely want to do business or to do anything economic, right? In a place where there is security and stability, right? And where there is prospective growth, because of course, where there is security, there's bound to be growth, because if nobody is destroying anyone's property or nobody is, making anybody scared of living in a particular place, of course there will be growth, because people would want to go out and do things, for the community or for the economy or for themselves. And before you know it, everybody is growing, the community is growing, the country is growing, they are growing, and every other thing. So there are lots of reasons why many people are moving to Ghana, right? Like I said, or like I've made mention, economic reason is one, security aspects, which is one of the very, very most tangible reason why many people are moving to Ghana. Because trust me, Ghana is safe. Like, if you are talking about some certain countries in Africa, right, Ghana is relatively safe if you want to compare. They may not be there yet, but they are thriving. They are doing what it is that they are supposed to do. They are improving on a daily basis. You can see it, and you can also see that there are lots of incentive, right, that the Ghana government is actually putting in place to see that a lot of people come, because they want the country to grow, and they also want you to grow as well. So there are a lot of reasons why a lot of people are moving to Ghana, and there are a lot of benefits also. If you are there, of course, you have your peace of mind, and of course, you can do your business. As a foreigner in Ghana, you can do business. There are a lot of things when it comes to doing your business in Ghana also that you need to know, right? You cannot just go to a country, of course, and just start doing businesses. I made a video in my channel talking about the kind of business you need to do, because, of course, there are some certain business that as a foreigner you cannot do in Ghana. So there are a kind of business that you can actually do. There are kind of business that you cannot also do, right, in Ghana. So I'm going to really touch on it, but really not go deep, because I don't want to be repetitive, right? I don't want to repeat myself. over and over so that I can have time to say some other things that are actually new. So there are a lot of businesses that you can do. So depending on the reason why you are going to Ghana, or depending on the reason why you want to relocate, right? There are a lot of things that you can do. First of all, number one, you can relocate for your educational purpose. Maybe you want to go there to study, you want to go there to work. Number two, you want to go there to work. Number three, maybe you want to go there for business purpose or business reasons. Now, all of these reasons is going to help you determine the kind of visa, number one, that you will need. That is if you need to apply for visas, because of course right now it is not everybody that is going to apply for visa, right? There are some people that don't need to apply for visa, and I'm going to be coming to that. Okay, so depending on the reason why you are coming to Ghana, right, is going to be determined on the kind of visa that you should be applying for. If you are in the category of people that need to apply for visa, like I said, not everybody needs to apply for visa, right? So if you are going to do your business, if you are going for studies, if you are going to, just live in Ghana, you're going for tourism, there are a lot of things, right? And if you know either of all these reasons, or if you have either of all these reasons, then you will know the reason why, or the kind of visa, right, that you should apply for. Now, many people want to relocate to Ghana for a better life, which is, from my research, that is what most people are doing. Because, and even some people that have contacted me, the basic reason they want to move to Ghana is because they want to do business, right? They want to do business, which is in the economic aspect of life, right? If you want to do business, they want to, grow, and other people just want to relocate for the safety of it, right? Now, let's talk about doing business in Ghana. If you are somebody that wants to relocate to Ghana because you want to do your business in Ghana, then there are some steps that you should take. First of all, if you are somebody that needs to apply for visa, maybe you are a citizen of a country that needs to apply for visa, because right now everybody that is holding an African passport do not need a visa to go to Ghana, which is nice. Like, this is one of the new policies that was recently signed into bill, by the last government, right? The past president, because of course they've inaugurated a new president, I think yesterday or so. So if you want to come to Ghana as an African, you don't need to apply for visa at all. You just need to pick up your passport, pay for your flight ticket, book your arrangements, hotels and everything, and then you are here. But even if you don't need to apply for visa, right, there are some things that you should take note of, because of course you cannot just pack your bag and go to a country like that, right? You should do your research depending on what you are coming here for. You should do your research and make your plans right. Now, for those that would need to apply for visa, so if you are not an African citizen, of course you need to now apply for visa. Okay, so you are from other parts of the world, then you need to apply for visa. But trust me, it's not a big deal, right? It's not something that you will think that, okay, they will ask you to bring heaven on earth, right? They just ask you for the basic things. You need your passport. You need to show that, okay, or prove the reason why you're coming. If you're coming for business, then you need to prove it by showing the sufficient funds that you have, and show maybe your written plans to enable you start the kind of business you want to start, who you are partnering with. Because of course, if you are doing business in Ghana as a foreigner, or if you want to do business in Ghana as a foreigner, you will need to partner with a Ghanaian, right? That is one of the criteria. I also made a video that I have in my channel, where I said that, like, a lot of things. I said a lot of things about that. So if you want to do business in Ghana, you will need to partner with a Ghanaian if you are not one. Okay, if you have any questions, you can leave it in the comment section, right? Then I'm going to, attend to you if we still have time, because I don't want this video to be, or this live to be too long, right? So, like I said, you will need a visa if you are not an African citizen, right? It's not also going to be a hurdle, like it's not going to be stressful, it's not going to be too tedious, it's just going to take regular visa processing time. But for people that are non-Africans, right, for coming to Ghana or relocating to Ghana, it can be a little bit stressful, because generally it is different, right? It is different. The atmosphere is different. The environment is different. Processing is different. What you've known about your country or your continent may be different from what the African continent is, and how the Ghana country is itself, right? So you may need to, accept the fact that it's going to be new to you, right? And be able to navigate. You should have the ability to navigate and to also absorb and see how you can manage to, go with the flow, not complain, because of course it's not going to be as easy, because it's not something that you've not done before, or it's not a place that you've lived before, right? So you need to do your own research about that also. So when you are ready to move, like I said, if you're coming to do business, especially if you are somebody that is not a Ghanaian citizen, you are coming from, oh sorry, you're not an African citizen. Oh, my baby is up. My baby is up. If you're not somebody that is from the African continent, right, and you're coming from another continent, then you have to do the basic or the necessary things, which is one, having your visa, and then knowing the kind of business that you should do, and partnering with a Ghanaian citizen, right? So that it's easier for you, because that's one of the criteria that they need. Also, there is another reason why you want to come to Ghana. If you want to come to Ghana, of course, for people that wants to study, if you want to study, the basic thing you need is just to go to look for the school that you're interested in. Of course, you must have known the course you want to study and everything. Look for the school that you're interested in to study, and then apply to the course that you're interested in studying in that school, if they offer that course, right? Now, once they give you the admission and everything, if you are a citizen of a country that needs to apply for visa, then you can go ahead and apply for visa. Trust me, it wouldn't really take you so much. Like, you wouldn't go through a lot of process, because they want you to come, right? They want you to come, so you wouldn't go through a lot of process, right? And then once you are done, you can pack your bags. Of course, if they give you your visa, you can pack your bags and come. So basically, there are lots of reasons why many people are moving to Ghana, and trust me, it's worth it. When I was asking some few persons, like, how do you see it here in Ghana? Like, what made you really come, and have you really achieved that goal, right? Many people will be like, I'm not even going back, because what I'm seeing here is something that I was not expecting, or maybe something that it actually blew my mind, right? I love it here, and I'm going to be here, right? I'm like, okay, that's it. And trust me, the majority of the people that I've spoken to, majority of the people that have actually shared their stories are positive stories. The only thing I see on the people that have negative stories is the fact that, one, either they did not make proper plans, or two, they they kind of like not want to put in the effort. It's just like me now, as an African, I decided to go to the West to live, the western part of the world to live. There is this level of effort that I will need to put in order for me to be able to blend in, right? So, but people, when they come to Africa, when they come to Ghana, they just want to bypass all of those things, and it's not going to work. It's just like every other part of the world, right? You need to put in the effort, and you need to be patient enough to see that your effort is actually paying off, right? So there are a lot of things that you need to know before you move here. So you need to know the weather, right? You need to also know the like I said, what are you coming here for? First of all, if you're coming here for business, you're coming here to study, you're coming here for tourism, all of these things are important, because it's going to help you to navigate properly. It's going to help you to know the kind of documents you will need. It's going to help you to know whether or not the kind of things that you should prepare for, or some of the information that you should be looking at getting, right? So I if you still have any questions, please leave it in the comment section. Like I said, I'm going to try my best to, you know, answer your questions for you. Now, another question or another thing I see a lot of persons talk about is business in real estate in Ghana. Like, I'm not going to lie, real estate in Ghana can be tedious and it can be tricky at the same time. So if you are looking to go into real estate business, which is one very, very profitable business, trust me, if you have the money to do that, it is very, very profitable. But you need the right information. You need the right information, you need the right people in your circle, you need the right collaborations, because sometimes there can be a policy of, when you buy a place or when you get a place, after a period of time, it gets back to the owner, or get back to the government or the country itself, right? So there are a lot of things, and I think I will do that separately in another video because that is not why I came on this live. Okay, I came to connect with you guys. I want to move in here. Why you want to move in? What do you think about moving in? And some of the reasons why you should. Okay, if you want to. So, like I said, people are moving in for security reasons because Ghana is super safe. Okay, and that is a fact. It's a fact compared to other African nation, right? It's quite safe. Also, the cost of living. Cost of living, this is another question I get a lot. Cost of living here in Ghana is not so cheap. I'm not going to lie, especially if you are coming from a country where maybe cities is bigger than your country's currency, except maybe for a fact that you're coming from a country where your currency is bigger than cities. It's also going to be a thing for you because by the time you convert and see that what you are buying is very expensive if you convert it to your currency, or the worth of it is not measuring up the price if you convert it to your currency, then you would understand that it's quite expensive. Like if you want to live the kind of life that you want to live, like you like that very high lifestyle, right? If you want to live here in Ghana, you need a lot of money, truth be told. You need a lot of money ranging from your house rent, ranging from food, ranging from bills, right? But the most important of them, like the most important or the most expensive of them, is your rent, right? If you can be able to rent a place, and because they do it monthly, they pay their rent in monthly basis compared to other African nations or some African nations that pay their rent yearly, right? If you pay your rent monthly, it can be quite expensive depending on the area that you want to live, that you intend to live. Like if you are paying the money or the amount of money you are going to be paying for a two-bedroom flat in Accra is going to be different from the amount of money you are going to pay for that same two-bedroom flat in maybe in some other places, right? Like Volta or whatever, some other downtowns, right? But cost of housing is expensive, so you should also put that in mind depending on the quality of the house, the amenities that are inside, and the quality of lifestyle that you want for yourself, right? Another thing is cost of food. Now, if you're somebody that eats local, right, the local dishes is not really expensive like that. But if you're somebody that eats veggies, fruits, a lot of it, like if maybe 80% of your food or your diet is consists of vegetables and fruits and all of that, then you are going to be spending more money because in Ghana they import most of these fruits and vegetables. So of course there's going to be tax on it. It's going to be more expensive because of import duties, tax, and every other thing that is going to be involved. So you can see I'm just talking about everything off hard, right? So if you have any question or maybe you see me going everywhere, just know I didn't note anything down. I just came here to connect and to put up some of this information and some of these questions, answers to some of the questions that I've been getting, right? So another thing is transportation. Transportation is not so expensive depending on the distance that you are going and the place or the kind of transportation that you want to use. For example, if you want to use let's say a cab, of course it's going to be more expensive because they're carrying just you or you are the only one in it, right? It's going to be expensive compared to if you are using a public vehicle, right, where they carry other persons along, right? Even if it's the same distance, the one you are using a private cab for is definitely going to be more expensive, right? So I don't know if you guys can hear me. Do I sound too low, or is my mic not on, or you can't hear me? Because I can't really see that comments in the comment section. So please let me see your comments if you can hear me, if you're feeling it, if you understand what I'm saying. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. Okay, in the comment, just let me know. All right, this person is giving this video a thumbs down, which I don't know why. If you can speak English and you can hear me, let me know your reasons why you did that. so that if it's something or if it's like a question I can cover for you, then I am going to go ahead to do that. But basically, there are a lot of people moving into Ghana at this time, and the government is actually doing its best to see that a lot of people um, come into the country. Because for me, I feel like I don't know yet, but this incoming of new government, I just hope they keep with what the old government did, which is like opening borders for more people to come in, right? People that want to do great things, right? People that want to do good things, people that want to, elevate the country, people that want to, they are serious to, make money and help the economy to actually grow, also helping themselves to actually make money. People that are serious, not people that just come here to lazy around or people that don't want to do anything. I feel like this government should continue, right, in that way or in that manner to see that a lot of good things continue to happen. But then again, I've seen, because this is not his first time, right? This is like his second time coming in, and from the first time, of course, we had a lot of good news, right, of him, moving in, doing some other things that are actually good. And I feel like that was the platform that this outgoing president also um, took, right, to actually continue. Like he continued from there, and it's a good thing because with that, I feel it's going to also continue from where this one left off. So I just pray that it continues to grow, because trust me, this growth is massive. Ghana is actually coming to a point where a lot of people, if they have told me that a lot of people or a lot of these people that are moving to Ghana at this time are going to be moving like this much, this desperately, everybody wants to just move, I won't have believed it. But trust me, seeing is believing, and the reasons why humans will definitely move is because there is safety in a particular place, it is comfortable to live, their peace is not threatened, their lifestyle is something that they can live, like they can be normal. There was a video I saw about a lady from the US that currently living in Ghana, and she says one of the reasons why she loves it here is the fact that she can be whoever she wants. Like she's not forced to do something that she does not want to do, right? She's not forced to live a life that she does not want to do. She wakes up every morning with hope of doing what she wants to do. And of course, once she gets up to do it, she can fix it, she can do it. And that's her just doing her thing. So like back in the US where she was, she couldn't even think of doing a business because probably maybe it's going to take a toll on her, or it's going to take a lot from her, or it's going to take so many processes. I don't know her reasons because she didn't state it. Say, but here she discovered that she is somebody that could actually run a business, and she's currently running it, right? She's doing it and she's doing it really well. So it makes me believe that most people get to discover themselves here, right? If they come, they get to discover who they really are. They get to see another side to them that they've not seen. Now, tell me somebody that will not love that. Just tell me somebody that wouldn't love that. So there are lots of reasons why people are moving, and if you want to move, like I said, first of all, know why you want to come, because it's going to help you with the information that you will need to actually be able to come successfully. You don't want to come today and you start having issues with the government, and then you start joining those people that are saying, oh, they did this to me, oh, they did this to me. They wouldn't do that to you if you are on the right path, if you are on the right track, right? So make sure you know why you are coming. If you are coming as a student, there are documents that you will need to have as a student, right? If you are coming as a business person, maybe you want to come and open a business, you want to expand your business, there are documentations that you will need to follow, right? If you're coming for a tour, you just want to come for a tour, there are also documentations that you will need to follow. And if you want to come and live permanently, there are also documentations to follow. And depending on what you want, you can, if you live here for a period of time, of course you can become a citizen if that is what you want. And another question I had from somebody, or I got from somebody, that actually asked me, she said if she wants to, come to Ghana, like if she wants to become a citizen, right? What are the processes that she's going to take? And I feel like there are lots of processes depending on the path that you choose, because there are a lot of pathways to becoming a citizen in Ghana, right? I made a video about that, but I'm just going to, touch a little of it. The process is depending on the pathway you choose. There is citizenship by naturalization, there's citizenship by marriage, there's citizenship by birth, and every other one, right? So if you are doing the citizenship by birth, you would have to have a grandparent or a family member that is a citizen already. So that may not apply to everybody that is looking towards having a citizenship, right? Now, if you have citizenship, or if you want the citizenship by marriage, of course, you have to marry Ghanaian. And then after a few years, if you marry Ghanaian, of course, they will give you like permits to remain or stuff like that. Then for after like 3 years or 5 years of being married together, you can now obtain your citizenship, right? Now, this may not also pertain to everybody or be okay with everybody, because, of course, not everybody may want to get married. Okay, so if you do not want that, of course, the option of naturalization is the option that actually pertains to a lot more people. Like everybody that do not, you don't want to get married, you don't want to give birth, right? Or maybe even if you give birth, you may not still have it because you don't have like a grandparent or a descendant in your lineage that is of Kenyan, right? So this naturalization is the best for everybody. So with this one, what you need to do is to live in Ghana for a period of time, and then with your accurate document you can apply. If you've been in Ghana for like 3 years to 5 years consecutively, right, consistently, then you can go ahead and apply. You can go ahead and do what and apply with your other documents that is going to be required of you, right? I also made a video about that, so if you want details of it, just go to that video. If you have any question about it, leave it here in the live. I'm going to answer you the question. Now, for you to be able to come to Ghana, I know some people who don't have people living here, so they will need to maybe have somebody on ground to come and all of that. Now, my best advice, if you are coming, even if you want to come here for the long haul, you want to come here to stay for a long time, I would advise that you come as a tourist first, especially if you are not from Africa, right? If you are not a citizen of the African continent, because right now citizens of African continent or of the African continent can actually come in and out of Ghana without applying for visa. So I'm talking about people that will need to apply for visa so that you don't end up coming and then you feel like, okay, it's a waste of your time applying and going through all the process of visa application, your money you spent and everything. Come as a tourist first, because as a tourist you can stay up to 90 days or 180 days, right? Depending on how long they give you as a tourist to actually remain. Now when you come as a tourist, you can navigate the country, you can see for yourself if it's something that, or is a place that you can stay. You can connect with friends, you can connect with people that are already on ground, like your countrymen and women that are already on ground, because now you're going to see a lot of foreigners, right? So if you're coming from the US, of course, you are going to see your fellow US citizens also here. So they are going to tell you firsthand how it is, if it's something that you can live with. So, but don't just pack your bag and apply for a permanent visa application or permanent visa route just to come and live firsthand, like straight up. Come as a tourist, navigate the city, navigate the country, and see if it's something that you would want to do or you would want to stay for yourself. If you see it as something that you want to stay, then you can go back and make your own plan, because by that time you already have your first hand information. Because of course what works for me may not work for you, right? And if I tell you what worked for me and it didn't work out for you, it might be like a false information. So this is the best way to actually get the first hand information, is to come as a tourist. Now when you come as a tourist, you are going to, get that first-hand information that you want. Everything is going to be clear. You are going to know for yourself if you can actually help the weather condition, if you can actually help with the bills, if you can actually, if the bills is something that you can be able to pay, if you can live here, if it's okay by you and everything like that. So that is how you get like the first hand information. And if you also want to go into real estate, if you also come in, depending on whether real estate or whether any other business that you want to do, if you come in the country, right, you are going to see first hand information, because if you ask questions, of course they're willing to answer you. Then you can be able to navigate and see the kind of business that can work for you, the kind of business that you can actually do as a foreigner. You can ask questions, you can go to their offices, right? You can go to those government offices that are doing all of this. You can go to their offices and ask questions. They are very, very open to answering your questions. That way you are going to get first hand information, right, about what you want to do, right, and about living here. So I feel like I've said a lot of things. I feel like I've said a lot of things. If you still have any questions, like I said, please leave it in the comment sections. I make videos about living in Africa, navigating the beautiful continent of Africa, doing your business here in Africa, and the do's and don'ts of what you do and what you shouldn't do if you are looking to live in Africa in peace. Yes. That is the kind of content I create. And if you like that, do not forget to also subscribe to the channel so that you can get more of that kind of information, right, you guys? So yes, I think I have said a whole lot of things, and my son is up, so that means I would have to go. But I'll see to it that I come back again on this live stream, maybe in the evening time or later in the day. If I can't make it today, then I will reschedule for another day. But I hope this little information I was able to give you was helpful to you. Leave me your thoughts about it in the comment section. Okay, thank you so much, you guys, for joining me. It's 30 minutes plus, and I think I want to say au revoir now. Because my son is up and I don't want him to start crying. If not, this life will just be a mess and we don't want it. Okay, so but then again, it's beautiful living here in Ghana. Trust me, you are going to love every bit of it. You're just going to feel an inch one or two, because of course I'm not going to say you will not get to a point where you would not see some challenges that you feel like, oh, why did I even bother to pack my bags and come? You are going to face some challenges that is going to make you not to want to leave again. But of course, the positive parts are greater than the negative part, and that is why you see that a lot of people are still here. You see those ones that are relocated, they are still here. So first thing, or if you do not even take anything serious from this video that I've said so far, what you need to take is the fact that your documentation is very important when you're coming here, right? It's not just moving, it's not just packing your bags and coming. The documentation is very important, and it is going to be connected with the kind of information that you give. For example, what do you want to come here for, right? That is going to give you the right documentation, because if you are coming here as a student, the documentation you need is going to be different from who is coming as a tourist, and the documentation you need as a tourist is going to be different from who is coming as somebody that wants to come and live permanently. Okay, so the right documentation is going to help you a lot, because you don't want to come here with the wrong documentation. Yes, you don't have peace of mind and you don't want it, right? You don't want it. So it is actually really, 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 really 100% beautiful out here. Trust me. I know what I'm saying when I say that. So I need to drink water. I've been talking for the last 34 minutes non-stop, and I think at this point I need to drink water. But then again, thank you guys so much. I really love the fact that you guys came all out for me. I love the fact that you joined me in this live. Do not forget to also continue to leave your questions. Okay, I'm going to come back again and do another live answering all of your questions for you, as long as I have the information, because of course I'm not going to be here giving you false information of things that are not working, or things that are not happening, right, you guys? So yeah, it is time for me to say bye-bye. And to those of us that are going to come in this year 2025, right, to Ghana, this is me saying Akwaba to you, which means welcome, 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 welcome. We're happy to to see you guys, and we're happy to see that you come here and thrive. Okay, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys maybe later. I'll come back live later, or maybe tomorrow, because right now I need to attend to my son and I need to do one or two things, right? And of course, leave me your questions so that I'm going to come back with it. Okay, thank you guys so much. Bye bye.